Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasa'ala, Koholoimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to the H.I.M, Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Nawach. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just wanted to just go off into a few articles on these Edomites, man. Now, we don't go by skin color. We always like to qualify that because there are people that look like so-called white people that are actually Israelites, or who you would call so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because white and blacks are social constructs. They're not actually ethnicities. Land masses are not ethnicities. You are what your father are. You are what your father is, according to Numbers chapter 1. Verse 18, your pedigree, your family tree, or your ancestry goes through your father because you are within your father as sperm or seed to begin with. So we like to qualify that, but this is some Edomite shit. It's got the spirit of Esau all over it. And let me just get the title of this one. I'm going to go back and get the title of the other one, and then I'm going to come back to this one and just read some of the article. Just show you how this man gets down. So it says, son upset over Wi-Fi router. Being moved to mom's room, blasted her with shotgun. Nobody knew he had, so he could keep playing video games all day. Right? So this is some Edomite shit. Now let me go back to this other article because they kind of coincide together. Not like that, but just to show you. Now this is a show. It's the Ramsey show. Caller says their 52-year-old daughter still lives with them. She is annoying. We would like to be alone in our old age. So you got a lot of these Edomites that's just old as hell, and they at the house and chilling with their parents, and they've never got no discipline. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures talks about training up a child in the way they should go. And then Esau, he has just destroyed the whole family structure because these women should be married off young. They claim to be Christians, Christian nationalists. Trump got the Make America Great Again Bibles, and you got Paula White in there as a spiritual advisor. You got Speaker Johnson. He's a devout fucking Christian. All of them supposedly devout Christians, but they don't keep anything that's got to do with the scriptures, man. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Let's start with Psalms chapter 50 and verse 16. Matter of fact, the NLT, it reads it pretty good, too. New Living Translation, let's see. Verse 16, Psalms 50 and 16 in the New Living Translation. But Yahweh says to the wicked, why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? For you refuse my discipline and treat my words like trash. Right? So let's go to Proverbs 22 and 6, I think that is. Let me see. It might be 21. Nope, 26, right? 22 and 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he would not depart from it. So you're supposed to be training the young boys to be men. You're supposed to be training the young girls to be women, to be wives, and the young men to be husbands, basically. So Esau, he reroutes that. You in this society, you can actually teach your son to be a fucking girl, to be a woman, and your daughters to be men. And that's pretty much what's going on too, because you can see the differences. Well, I can see it. If you're old enough, you can see from back in the days as to right now. I can remember growing up with my grandparents. Oh, you was getting your fucking ass up and you was going to work. I was working early, man. Shit, I was working at easy 9-10 years old. I worked. Fuck that. You done chores and you went and because I grew up in Alabama, so we went to the fields. We actually was bent over in the damn field picking something. Not cotton, but shit similar to it. Because there was different types of stuff that you could pick. They had already had, the cotton gins and all that stuff by the time, when I was there. But no, we went to fields and picked fucking food, man. Whatever was in season. From pecans to fucking cucumbers, watermelons, baled hay, you name it. Peas, snap bean, whatever the fuck was in season, whatever they strawberries, whatever they needed picked. You was going out there and you was going into them damn in that hot ass sun, and you was going to work. And my grandmother, because my grandfather, he would normally be on the road. He was a hard worker, but they instilled working to us, man. And actually, that was like the first setup, me seeing it now, or, being in this truth now, because my grandmother, she was like a very religious person. She was a church going woman. She actually kept what she thought was the Sabbath. She wore dresses. She didn't allow my aunties and my, mom and them, even though they was just wanted to be hot, they would, take them little hot pants to school with them, you know what I'm saying, and take off their little skirts and shit once they got to school, wicked as hell. But my grandmother, she was into that, even though she wasn't full-fledged. She might, I never knew or never heard her say anything about us being Israelites or nothing like that, but I do know that she kept a lot of the customs of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they taught us how to work. They trained us. You know what I'm saying? So again, this Proverbs 22:6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right? Because the scripture says, if a man doesn't work, neither shall he eat. I seen a dude yesterday and shit like that, and I'm looking at him, he was asking for some money and shit, but I'm looking at him, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you out here, you picking up half a damn cigarettes off the ground in the snow and lighting them bitches up. Like, nigga, I'm just trying to go in and get me some gas, bro. You back up off me. You not right there. I'm not about to throw no change towards you, man. You know what I'm saying? No money towards you. Anyway, but let me just go back into some of these articles, because this is Esau. This is his kingdom. And, Esau, he's adverse. He's the adversary. He's adverse to what the scripture says. If the Lord says do something, he promotes not doing it. If the Lord said don't do something, he promotes, doing it. You can see it in his commercials. The Lord said don't eat, pork or swine. All his damn commercials on TV throughout a Sunday football season. All you're seeing is a fucking Baconator. Pizza with bacon all over it. Everything got a damn donuts with bacon on it. Everything got to have some damn pork in it. Got the people health all fucked up. But he promotes wickedness, man. But let's go back to the article. Now let's jump back to this guy. Because he's 61 years old. He done shot. Matter of fact, he didn't just shoot his mama. He shot his, she lived. I think he ended up shooting his brother and his sister as well. But the mother just so happened to live. But let's get into some of the article. Over the Wi-Fi. He's at the crib playing damn video games, man. Okay, it says a California man has been found guilty of deleting his sister and nephew. Okay, so it was his sister. Damn. So he killed his sister's son, his nephew, blasting them both with a shotgun nobody knew he had, along with his mother, who survived after he flew into a rage over his family's moving a Wi-Fi router out of his room, according to prosecutors. Where's the internet? Asked William Bushy, 61, before he went on his shooting rampage, according to the opening statements made by the deputy district attorney. That's when the terror began. Bushy was convicted of first-degree murder by a San Diego jury for killing his sister, Lori Robinson, 61. She's at the crib. I don't know how both of them 61. Maybe they twins, hell. And her son, Brett Robinson, 33. So a bunch of grown-ups in there. I'm thinking these some younger people as far as the sister and all of them grown as hell in the house. He also seriously wounded his mother, June Bushy, who was 86 at the time, after shooting her in the chest and hand. God damn, grandmama, a Teflon done. But that lets you know, too. Let me see. Let me get that the Lord, he kills who he wants. He knocks off who he wants, and keeps alive who he wants. And that's a faith builder in itself. Knowing that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is in control of who lives and dies, man. So when it straight comes down the stretch, just know that, everything is already orchestrated by Yahweh. The Lord is in control. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal, and neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. See? So it's all on the Lord. Let's get one more. 1 Samuel 2:6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. See that? Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. And we like to use the true names of the Father and Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's the true name of the Father, Yahweh, which means that he exists, or the existing one. And the true name of his Son is Yahweh Shai, which means that he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo-Hebrew. So let's get a little bit more. All these grown-ups. You got a 61-year-old, a 33-year-old, and another 61-year-old in the house with the 86-year-old, living with Grams, living with mama, living off mama. Damn, bro. It says he also seriously wounded his mother, June Bushy, who was 86 at the time, after shooting her in the chest and hand, according to police, leading to the loss of 3 fingers. God damn. And they probably let me see. Are they gonna give this boy that business? Because I doubt it. Says I ran like hell, said June Bushy. Damn. Grams has some feet too. She running. 86, shit, Grams to Tucky, which happened earlier this month, according to the Times. The neighbors were yelling at me to keep down. Prosecutors and Bushy's mother outlined how he was known to play computer games all day long while the Wi-Fi router was in his room. June Bushy had been living with him for about 15 years. Okay, so all right, well, no, she was living with him. And Lori Robinson had moved in after separating from her husband. All right, so I was kind of thinking that too, because I'm thinking like, damn, you just at the crib with your mama? But still, this is wickedness. It's wicked, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be honoring your mother and your father, man. And if they don't put this guy to death, that lets you know that, Esau, he's totally against the scriptures, because he's supposed to have been put down immediately. Bushy carried out the shooting attack just 9 days after his sister moved in. So he's probably stressed with you know what I'm saying? But still, you got to be slow to anger, man. It said that the scripture talks about anger resting in the bosom of fools. Look at this dude. He's just blowing down through here. These fucking Edomites, bro. Anyway. 60 years of emotion, anger, and resentment that exploded into seconds of unthinkable violence. Because Esau, they don't get along like that. They don't get along like that. These Edomites, man, and they infighting in their homes, they should be far more vicious than any other race of people, man. You just don't be seeing it like that. But see, now the Lord is starting to reveal Esau. You're starting to see this motherfucker on the news for all these heinous ass crimes that he's committing. See, they used to kind of keep that shit on the back burner. Matter of fact, let me get that 2 Thessalonians, because he's being revealed. Can't get around it, man. He's being revealed in these last days. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. And that day that's being spoken of right here is the day of the coming of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. Except there come a falling away first. And the falling away is the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, falling away from your heritage because of disobedience and also prophecy. But the Lord used these people, the so-called white race, to actually dominate you and fuck you over, and got you out here calling yourself a color out of a crayon box for your ethnicity. You're black, you're damn African American, you're 2 continents, you're Hispanic, all these different colonizing names that they gave you. Those are bywords. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 28, it talks about one of the curses that will be upon us will be that we will be called bywords. Meaning you're not going to be called who you really are. You're going to be called all kinds of names. But anyway, it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So before the coming of the Lord, the man of sin, the son of perdition, has to be revealed. And he's being revealed right before us. And these very people, they're Christians. They got crosses in their house. They got Mary on the damn chimney. You know what I'm saying? They got, a big ass picture of Jesus. Jesus in the bathroom, Jesus on the walls, throughout the homes, through the walkways, and, a damn Bible quote on the doormat. But these people are the wicked, man. The scriptures got nothing to do with them other than them going into slavery and being the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Verse 4 says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's exactly what this man does on a day-to-day basis. I was just watching the elder, the beloved elder out in Dallas, GMS, Yashawamba, and he was he had a bunch of clips of Esau fucking with the food. You know, lab-grown meats and shit. Lab-grown this, lab-grown that. The cows are farting too much. We got to get rid of them. Talking about putting VAXs in the damn animals and food to pretty much. Hey, look, man. This man, and you can't say that he's not in control of the planet because he's the one that's doing all this shit. That Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? I was just sitting here because I'm sitting here at the plantation right now. I'm outside and I'm just looking at some of his infrastructure on his building. And, you know, Esau, he can brag about his technology, but his technology kills people. It's supposedly, you know, he brings it along as if it helps you. It's to to increase life expectancy. It's to increase the betterment of life. But that should be killing people. Get out here, get to talking about damn global warming and climate change as if he don't have nothing to do with it. Oh, it's the animals, it's the cows, they're farting. Anyway, let's go back to, let's see what else is in the article. He shot 3 of her goddamn fingers off. But look at this motherfucker. They gonna fuck around and hit somebody, bro. You're not supposed to be driving through these places. Like, the damn speed limit is 5 miles an hour through the thing, man. You can't see nobody if they stepping out. And these crackers is just... Anyway. I get this part right here, though. But yeah, you got to be slow to anger, man. 60 years of emotion, anger, and resentment that exploded into seconds of unthinkable violence. Deputy Public Defender Denise, she told the jurors while attempting to mount a defense that blamed Bushy's family for provoking him. Well, you can get mad all you want because he could have just put their asses out. Like, look, y'all got to go. Because if you knew, had you known, here you go, this bitch, she couldn't even stay with her husband. She's with you because she couldn't even stay with her husband. Even if her husband was an asshole, you should have told her, hey, look, you married that man. You got to stay with that man. And then you got a 33-year-old fucking nephew that's there too. What the fuck is he doing? Come on, bro. Anyway, prosecutor said what prompted the bloodshed was the internet being shut off at Bushy's home while his sister relocated the Wi-Fi router to his mother's bedroom. An AT&T technician was confronted by him outside. Bushy was known to have emotional outbursts in the past, according to prosecutors, which resulted in police being called multiple times. You know they're going to go into your record. He came out of his room and shot her. June Bushy recalled at trial about how her son's onslaught began. I escaped from my room down the front steps. The mom added, I thought about calling the police, but I thought I would get shot. Okay, so the attorney told jurors that Bushy was depressed, angry, and confused. All of them are. After he tested positive for HIV and was unemployed. Oh, there you have it. Yeah, man. Hey, them curses is definitely being reversed on you Edomites, man. Let's get that Deuteronomy 37 real quick. You stressed. Probably out here doing damn drugs, sharing needles with a bunch of nasty motherfuckers. Deuteronomy 30:7, and Yahweh, thy God, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. See? So these curses are starting to reverse on Esau's ass. I want to get to some of this other story too, which is not, that other story is just basically they got a old ass, she's 52 and she's been at home all her damn life. You cuddling these clowns. When she should have been married off at a young age and then had a family of her own. But she been passed around. Anyway, let me see here. He says, I'm sick, I'm dying. Quoted his client as saying, according to the Times of San Diego, I'm just a sick loser without a job. Yeah, that's you Edomites. That's a reflection of all of you. That's a reflection of your race, man. The attorney claimed that Bushy didn't mean to hurt his mother. What the fuck you mean? And they got a shotgun. He shot the bitch in the chest. And it's another thing, too, with Esau and his crooked-ass court system, too. This man done all this. They got all the evidence that he done all this, and then he gets somebody to defend him as to why he done all that. No, you done it. Don't make no fucking difference as to you lost her temper. Okay, so what, nigga? We got to deal with your ass. You got to go. You got to be put down. Okay, it says, He didn't mean to hurt his mother and was wrestling with his nephew over the gun when he started blasting. My entire life, I have refused to see doctors. I feel like nothing. The attorney reportedly quoted Bushy as saying, I am going to be homeless. I am filled with rage. Why are you going to be homeless? You got all them people there. Motherfuckers better get out and get some work. Shit, you think the grandmama would have been able to get some assistance of some type? Bushy is scheduled to be sentenced next month. He faces, life in prison without possibility of a parole. No, this guy should be killed. He should be knocked the fuck off. See? And that shows you the injustice of America. The injustice of Esau and his system, man. Would be inhumane. This motherfucker done killed 2 people. And then shot his fucking grandmama, man. What he about to go to prison? You about to feed this motherfucker in prison while he got HIV and possibly go in there and pass that shit around? Come on, bro. Anyway, but this is Esau's kingdom, so it's nothing to be surprised about. But let me go back to this other one too. Let me get some of this one with this chick. Ramsey show caller says their 52-year-old daughter still lives with them. She is annoying. We would like to be alone in our old age. Well, who says it? Esau. With the timeout Timmy shit sets this kind of shit up, man. Behave. Oh, that's stop it. You know, that soft voice shit. Because the scripture says, spare not the rod. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that one. You supposed to be whipping their asses into shape so they can come out and be good citizens, man. These motherfuckers, you raising school shooters. Going to a complete goddamn rage over nothing. Let me see what's that scripture? There's a few of them on it. I was just reading it the other day. Those are Proverbs. Yep, Proverbs. There's a few of them. Proverbs 13:24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betime. See? Proverbs 23:13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die, man. But Esau, he's telling you, oh, well, that psychologically messes them up. No, what psychologically fucks them up is you just letting them run around and bounce off of every goddamn thing. They're an embarrassment to you when you take them out in public. They screaming and hollering and, you know. Crazy, bro. Verse 14, thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell. See? This Proverbs 26:3. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the ass, and a rod for the fool's back. Gotta beat their asses, man. And we gonna get down on y'all in the kingdom. I'm gonna be running around out here with that timeout Timmy shit. Proverbs 29:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. See? You done raised this mother, you done spoiled the shit out of this bitch all her damn life. Now all of a sudden, she's still living with you at 52. Done had all kinds of men in her life. Okay, so it says a retired couple in Ohio says they're desperate for peace, but feel stuck parenting their adult daughter well into their 70s and 80s. The daughter, now 52, has spent most of her life unemployed and living at home. Carol, the 75-year-old mother, shared the story during a recent call to the Ramsey show, saying she and her husband are ready to reclaim their home and their peace. She is annoying. We would like to be alone in our old age. Well, yeah, you created that monster. You created that problem. Carol explained that her daughter has lived with her and her husband for nearly her entire life, aside from brief periods living with boyfriends or one of her brothers. At this point, Carol said none of the other children are willing to take her in because she a fucking problem. Probably doing drugs. Bitch probably coming in all kinds of night. Loud ass music. Probably got that cigarette voice. Who knows, man? And the couple admits they played a role in creating the problem. No, you are the problem. You created the problem because you are the problem. She doesn't want to work, and we have enabled her. We need to learn how not to enable her. Esau. But this is Esau. This is Esau. They created all the shit that all this chaos that you see on this planet. Esau he manufactured this shit, man. He got that shit on the assembly line. Chaos, just coming off the assembly line. Okay, it says, okay, so the host of the show, they told Carol that the only way to stop enabling her daughter was to stop immediately, not gradually, not emotionally, and not with mixed messages. The way you learn, that's why I read that Proverbs 22:6, train up a child on the way they should go, and when they're older, roughly paraphrasing, they will not forget it. She's too far gone. You done destroy her. That bitch gonna become homeless and a drug addict or something, or a prostitute or something. Because she don't have no work ethic. What's she going to get a job at? What's she about to do? Who's going to deal with her? That kind of attitude that you create, and you doing that shit for that long, and in your 50s, that's some hard shit to shake. For real. All she can do is probably come across a sugar daddy, man. Somebody she can go get her a 70-year-old or something like that. Somebody that, you know what I'm saying, that if she look okay, decent, she can go get her an older man and go and act like a damn woman. That's about it, man. The way you learn not to enable her is to stop behavior today, because she knows you guys will be a doormat and just keep going and let her come back and keep covering the bills whenever she's short. Their advice is to set a firm, move out the deadline, communicate it calmly, and treat it as a final decision, not a negotiation. They suggested telling her daughter plainly, we have decided that you're moving out at the end of the month. No qualifiers, no apologies. Because the daughters has lived in the home for decades and received mail there, the host warned there may be tenant rights involved. See? This is Esau's system, man. You can't just throw a nigga out because he got a piece of mail at your house. You got squatters laws and all kinds of dumb shit. These people, man, be fucking up people's properties. And a judge know full well it's not their property. You can come there. You got everything that shows that this is my property. I rented it to them. Now they don't want to go, but they get to stay in my shit rent free for years. But that shows you how off Esau's justice system is, man. There is no justice with this man. It's really a facade. It's a front. It says because the daughter, Carol was encouraged to research Ohio eviction laws, all that good stuff, right? Emotional fallout. She will probably yell. No, you talking about yell? Or she will probably cry. No, she might kill y'all asses. Because that's what Esau does. She might actually fuck y'all asses up. For real. You'll never see me again, Carol said. At 52 years old, if she does that, then you're just going to have to let her do that, because that's the behavior of not a 52-year-old. Hey, that lady, she might fuck around and kill y'all asses, man. Because, Esau can be very vindictive, man. The host stressed that mental health crisis must be taken seriously. But see, this is the thing with Esau. Yeah, they use that mental health shit. No, that bitch ain't got no mental health problem. She's just fucking lazy. You didn't enable her. You treat her like she was this little princess all her fucking life. Now she's a nuisance to you. It says, but they also drew a firm line. Allowing her daughter to move back in is not the solution. Instead, they suggested offering limited structure help, such as paying for counseling sessions and covering first and last month's rent. Imagine this being the so-called black person. Imagine this being a so-called black person or black couple, old couple, and they got to do all this for a grown-ass 52-year-old. No, that shit ain't happening, man. That's night and day. That's how you know that's night and day between so-called whites and how they live and how so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans live, man. It says, and this is pretty much the end of the article. Instead, they suggested offering limited, structured help, such as paying for counseling sessions or covering first and last month's rent. You're still enabling the bitch, while making it known that ongoing financial support is over. Man, these people crazy as hell. Anyway, It says, if her daughter lives another 30 years, the host said, she deserves the chance to live them independently, not independently on parents well into their 80s. For families facing similar situations, and it's mainly these Edomites, the financial side of these decisions can feel just as overwhelming as the emotional one. Working with a certified financial planner can help couples think through boundaries, long-term costs, and what support is sustainable. Oh, man. Oh, man, bro. This some Edomite shit for sure, bro. Let me see if these two comments, because there wasn't no comments in here at first. Let me see. This person says they should be grateful to still have family around. I know a lot of people who don't and would love to. You see, this is Edomite. Johnny Appleseed. She can be around. That bitch can live down the street, though. She can be across town. She can come visit. The fuck you mean still around? In the house? Somebody says it's a little late to kick your well. Let me see. It is a little late to kick your well into middle-aged daughter to the curb. Parents learn from this. Usually I see sons well into their 20s, even 30s still with it. No, it's motherfuckers that's in their 50s, 60s, 70s, never left the house. Partly your fault for not preparing her independence early in life. Well, this is Esau's system. This is Esau's system, man. He has taken away the family value. He has taken away what families are built on, man. Because at an early age, she should have been taught to be a wife. And I'm sure she was never taught, because you living in this day. Look, this man's kingdom is through. Everything in this shit is backwards as hell, man. He's the reverse card. He's the Uno reverse card guy. Reverse. Everything is backwards with this guy, man. He's adverse to the scriptures. He is the host. He is the physical host for the spiritual demon Satan, man, on this planet, man. He has literally turned life upside down. Matter of fact, let me end out with that. He literally has life upside down. When you really get into and you see the how this man moves, he has fucked this place up, man. From every angle. It's not an angle that he hasn't touched. He has fucked up everything. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. This is what this man does. He turns everything upside down. The Lord says that the man should be the head of the household. No, he makes the woman the head of the household. And overall, with that particular situation, with the 52-year-old chick at the crib, it's more than likely her fucking mama. But a soft ass dad, you know what I'm saying, that's under her ass, instead of him being firm. Oh, well, honey, you see these come on, bro. In that age range too, that's they go back to the Leave It to Beavers era, black and white TV era. Well, honey, they probably done been together forever. The mother, she comes from an era of, okay, you have a husband, you take care of your fucking husband, you take care of your family. And then they came into the phase of the helicopter parents. These motherfuckers hovering over the damn kids all goddamn day long. Play dates. Oh, well, let's get a play date for Jimmy and Susie. What days are they available? Let me check my planner. Instead of the kids just coming outside, man, and playing, man. Hooking up. Oh, man. Anyway, hey, but this is the world we're living in. I say all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Oh, let me end out with this one. It's a Salakia. Let's get one more. Because we living in the last days, man. We starting to see the fall of this man's kingdom, man. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Oh, is that the one? No, let me see. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, in the 1611 King James Bible, in 7, Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And we're watching the fall of our enemy. And see, Esau, he was the only one that really got to enjoy his children in a sense, you know. You know, they get to go on vacations, you know, haul off into the RV and travel the damn country, you know, go to the vacation house down south for the summer or winter house up north, you know, get to go skiing, you know, they on a plane, they're headed to Italy, they going to the Alps, they going to the, you know, they going all these different places, you know what I'm saying? But those days for Esau is over with. They're stressed. I'm at work right now, man. These motherfuckers are so stressed. I can just see it all on their face. None of them are happy. If they laughing, it's phony as hell. If it's a smile, it's phony as hell. They look depressed, stressed the fuck out. In the meanwhile, I'm just sitting there, you know, hey, this is this is the day that the Lord have made. I'm gonna be happy and rejoice in it. Like, fuck them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we go through what we go through, but we got the comforter. We got the scriptures. We got Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, to comfort us, man. But these people, man, they lose it. And it's nothing for him to, you know, this nigga shot his sister, his nephew, and his motherfucking, his mama. They ain't saying nothing about no daddy. Like, come on, bro. You lost it like that over playing some damn video. You ain't got no job, but you sitting there playing video games all day. You don't think that you should have been using the internet, nigga, to go online and search for a fucking job? You ain't think to spend 4 hours or so per day until you found something? Gotta be something. Come on, bro. Anyway, yeah, this is where we're at right now. So walk circumspectly. You got to be careful around these people and just pray. Pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that when one of them is ready to come to a job and explode, or if they want to come to the Walmart while you're there, you know what, you know, pray to the Lord that he help you navigate through your day. Well, you're not there when that motherfucker comes. Because these people are unhinged, man. Matter of fact, it's a movie called Unhinged. I need to watch the rest of it with Russell Crowe. Damn Edomite. The bitch it was like a little dispute at a red light or whatever. And man, that nigga gave that bitch hell through that movie. He was fucking all of the people up that she knew. All because it was some road rage type shit. And that's some scary shit, because he played a scary ass part. It's called Unhinged. If you want, hey, check out the trailer to that shit. You see how that motherfucker, man, he was really seriously unhinged. And that really gives you a real good depiction of how Esau really is, man. And he's definitely unhinged right now. But that Revelation 12:12, it talks about he's gonna come down with great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time. If these people can do their own family like this, they ain't got no problems fucking with you niggas up, man. So y'all better wake the hell up, man. So with that, pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala and a bubble ball.